Hello and welcome to the Social Entrepreneurship and Co-work Spaces model of the online educational hub of Rework Project. On this model, we will have an overview of what is social entrepreneurship, understand what are the needs and opportunities within co-work spaces, and then merge them together to give you a complete overview to support you to implement the collaborative working methods, practices, and share the advantage of social entrepreneurship in co-work spaces. We will give some good practice during the presentation that hope that are useful for you in your future. Starting with social entrepreneurship. So indeed, social entrepreneurship emerges as this innovative alternative to the traditional business model by uniting purpose, innovation, sustainability to face social, cultural, environmental challenge in a systematic and transformative way. This social entrepreneurship, unlike traditional business that prioritize profit, this social enterprise seek double or triple results and can be social, economical, or environmental. This why? Because often the public and the private institution fail in some areas. That can be employment, climate change, education inequality, access to healthcare, and others. And it's important to find new solutions. That's why these are the key features of the social entrepreneurship, the purpose-driven innovation. So try to look for new solutions for old problems, the financial sustainability, so ensure that the project continues and the impact increase, the community engage that is involved all the community to be part of the solution, to be a complete solution from all to all, and also the system thinking. So this way of see the characteristics in a different way. The social entrepreneurship, while creating the business, while creating the partnerships, it also develops some core competencies. The first one is recognition of opportunities. So try to identify new ways of do the old things, try to identify social needs and turn them into actionable ideas. Also the vision and value creation. So how can I create something to solve this problem, to generate social, economical, and environmental value? And also this ethical and sustainable thinking. So to ensure that all the decisions that are made to ensure that the project will happen, it has equity, it has environmental stewardship and long-term impacts. Some of these social entrepreneurship real examples that we bring for you today are in some incubators. The first one is the Green Bees in Brussels. That is a social eco innovation incubator that offers co-working, mentoring, and green infrastructures to renewable energies and the circular economy. In Greece reality, we have the Impact Hub Athens, where this innovation hub integrates social entrepreneurship into youth trainings, programs in promoting workshops, real challenge and impact networks. And from the United States, we have a project Embrace Innovations that started as a school, a student project in Stanford to help creating low-cost incubators in developing countries, and the project went so well that continues until today. But let's put the hands working, and we will give you today the first activity, the theory of change. So, how can we start with the one idea and end with social change? We have here these two that can help you by splitting in 5 steps. The first step is grab one idea that you have, and after identify the activities that you need to have to turn your idea real. Once you identify the key idea, the activities, you can go to the outputs. So what will be the immediate project services or deliverables that will result? And after, what are the outcomes of these outputs? In the end, Once you read all of them, you have the social change. So what is the long-term broader change that you want to achieve? This is the first activity. You can pause this model and after return, once you finish, try to this theory of change. And once you finish, come back, return. Or if you want to continue with the model, continue with me, but don't forget to do it after download this thing. Some other tip that you have for the trainer is try to make the learning meaningful by incorporating social entrepreneurship into your teaching. Why? Because encourage the students to identify the real world problems and to have developed the business ideas to create social environmental value and not only profit. This is something very simple but can have good results in long term. Passing for this second chapter, the social needs and opportunities in collaborative workspaces. So it's try to look for collaborative workspaces, not only as this place where different people met, but has an opportunity for the people working there to engage with each other, to promote civic participation, to bring innovation into this little community, and to give empower to all the agents associated. So, giving a step back, some of the characteristics of social co-work spaces are the co-creating community initiatives. So all the participants, even though they have different projects, they try to merge together for one project with one purpose and try to provide training to disadvantaged populations. So try to ensure that all people are on the same step. And these results also in participating in some social innovation projects that can develop the competencies of all the people engaged. These create some opportunities and benefits, and the opportunities and the benefits is that you are not only looking to your business, you are not only looking for your project, but you can cooperate it with different people. You can exchange the knowledge that you have in such a more easy way, and also you can promote social innovation. So bring the opportunities that you already have to a next level. These also add some value, and the value is that it's much more easy to map ideas. Since you have your resources, the colleague in the other desk has different resources, it's an avalanche of resources that everyone can use for the same goal. It creates some community co-designs of tools, of projects, so the community is involved and is part of the solution, and also the impact of planning is much more complete because you have different views that you can use for the same purpose. With this, everyone that is involved, of course, develops some key competencies. And the key competencies that people normally develop and you identify during the rework project is the planning and management. So people increase the skills to create tasks, define goals, allocate resources efficiently. Also to mobilize others. It is people that need to communicate with each other, and these results in the teams with a lot of the diversity, different partners, and community stakeholders, and also this important social value creation. So people develop these design developments that not only looking for market but also to address social environmental challenge that can create impacts in the life of people. Tip to the trainer regarding this chapter. It's try to guide the people that are involved on the trainings or these sessions to put the ideas into actions. So don't be only on the theoretical part, but also part for the practical part to have these innovational labs. Entering on this last chapter, we have the merge of entrepreneurship and co-work space. That is basically the reflection of how social entrepreneurs in the co-work, in the collaborative space, can deep in more problems, recognize their roles as agents of change, and align their actions with personal and collective good community. So this is a different topic that brings also different skills development. And the skills development is indeed the recognize of the significances of individual contributions so that we are not alone, even though we have our own priorities, that we are in a world where we need to engage in a globalized world, in a globalized community. It's to understand what are the systemic and tiny connections that we have all in the same community, and also to consider each one of us an active participant in building these inclusive and future-proof economies. Some of the real life examples that we have is once again the Impact Hub in Athens, that through these projects of engaging with youth is also an experienced collaborative problem solving reality where they grab the work to this inclusive ecosystem. From the example of Spain, the Espacio Colaborativo is these co-work spaces that emphasize personal development to empower communities in these peer-to-peer mentorship, open learning opportunities. It's environment that encourages individual to grow not only professionally but also socially, contributing to a vibrant community culture. And now, time for the second action, a second activity, the social business model canvas. So now you already have the theory of change made. It's time to do the social business model canvas. And basically, these two, it's a simple way to organize all these ideas, all these outcomes, outputs that you want to achieve in little boxes. In the core, in the middle, you'll find the value proposition, and the value proposition is basically what added value do you want to deliver. On the left, in the yellow part, we have the activities, resources, and partners. That is basically how you will create the value that you want to deliver. On the right part, relation, customer design, and challenge, you have how do you want to deliver the value that you already create to the people that you want to engage. Below, in the dark yellow, we have the sustainability finance. So what are the costs and what is the revenue flow? And below all of them, what is the social and environmental cost and what is the social and environmental benefit. This is a simple tool that can help you to organize all your ideas in the concrete boxes. If you want, you can pause the session now, do the activity, and after return. Tip for the trainer of this merge chapter. It's indeed try to help the graduates to realize the power that they have to drive challenge, to build reflections, and of course try to increase the impact that may have. Conclusion of this chapter, take once again for this and try to use the challenge that you learned from there. What to put the vet learners, the trainers, the providers to understand that co-work spaces can be more than this ecosystem where people are. It's also an ecosystem where social innovation exists. And the main areas that we want to focus is indeed that it's important to define and operationalize social entrepreneurship first to try to create the follow impact and not only profit. That is important to leverage the co-work spaces and incubator to be sustainable, community driven, and to have initiatives in terms of interdisciplinarity collaboration. Trying to visualize and measure the social impact, so you can use the both tools that we showed to you, the theory of the change and the social business model canvas, to try to build people looking at the same thing and organize the ideas in the same way. Also to try to develop actionable concepts that is not only an idea but is also a presentation. So try to give also shared resources, mentorship, and peer guidance, and of course engage, because this is a project for the community, but every people that participates change a little bit. So social entrepreneurship and co-work spaces are much more complete than you might think. Thank you once again for this participation, and see you on next chapter. Bye.